You probably got to see Groot yesterday. Who out here got to see him yesterday? Yeah, did you? Yeah? Like it? Was it good? All right. Today we're going to try to show you a little bit on how to make some of this stuff. If anybody has any questions during it, just holler it out. There's plenty of stuff up here to show how this stuff was made. We do all kinds of different kinds of prop building, and there's just tons of different ways to do it. So you can do it on a budget. You can do all the way to some pretty elaborate builds. We build stuff for commission builds, and then we do stuff for ourselves. So if you guys, like I said, feel free to come up, take a look at anything during, after. If you have any questions for anything we're doing, just we'll stop and try to walk you through a little bit of it, because a lot of people just want to know how this stuff is made. So once we get it all made, you know, we do the painting process and whatnot. But I'm going to turn this over to Dennis so I can get some stuff organized, and he can show you or tell you a little bit about how he made some of this stuff.
Hello. Yeah, like what he was saying is that you can, I mean, I don't have a garage. He has this awesome garage that I just love to go and just hang out, but everything that I do is on my kitchen table, and we just serve food over the top of everything. Foam, glue, I mean, latex, you name it. But yeah, like, believe it or not, like everything that I'm wearing here, everything, we made everything that's up here. You know, like he's got the traditional torso piece down over there in the corner that was traditionally sculpted and molded. Mine is a Spider-Man muscle suit that I just put latex on. You know, and the gauntlets that I have up there, they're just quick trip cups with fun foam on them. And I mean, those are just some of the ways that we make everything. And I'm not saying that that's right or that's wrong. You know, Tony is the most awesome sculptor. Like, I hate him. Huh? What? But does anybody have any questions on molding or casting?
Everything we want to like.
Because we have everything. We have stuff up here that, I mean, you can buy professional grade silicone to just regular silicone caulking that you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot. Like I said, there's really no right and wrong reason of doing any of this stuff, but sometimes if you go the cheaper route, it does take a little longer, but you save some money.
Are you guys doing life casting to get your headpieces done?
I have done life casting before. I just took plaster of Paris bandage strips and did a rough cast on my face. You didn't get any detail, but you get the entire, my side, my whole head. But there is different ways you can use alginate, which is it's a product that's extracted from seaweed, and that's kind of what dentists use when they go to mold your teeth. Yeah, Smooth On is the best stuff that you can get. If you do decide to get into any of this stuff, I highly recommend going and just Googling at their website, like I do. Is there any other questions?
Actually, for your FlexFoam cast, what do you use for a release agent?
Smooth On has they've got a release agent that it's basically just Smooth On's typical release agent. They use it for foam, they use it for silicone. They recommend putting it on just about all their products that they've got. So if you go with the Smooth On type stuff, that's the release agent that you'll buy from them. It's $20 for about a quart. It should last you, if you're doing props, you know, on a weekly basis, it should last you 8 months. So it goes a long ways. I typically spray them onto my molds instead of brushing. Brushing's a lot heavier, takes a lot more time. If you got a good heated room, you want to wear a mask. It's not toxic, but you definitely don't want to be breathing it. But it goes on real easy. It dries really quick. Within 20 minutes, you're pouring in your mold. If you look and see with these masks that we've got here, these were all done with the Smooth On, and they're using FlexFoam. It's called Pillow Soft. We put it in our heads, so when we're wearing these big beasts, they don't crush your head. And they, when I first started out, we were just like packing foam inside of there, and we would use just expanding foam, and we would cover it with felt, which it was painful at the least. So this whole process have gone over, like the suit I'm wearing now is about 5 years old. It's seen a whole lot of cons, and it's gone through a lot of ups and downs. We're kind of transitioning now into doing full silicone stuff, which when you're doing full body suits like we do, the colors are more translucent, they look better. The suit will wear, it'll never wear out. It's pretty much forever, which with latex, obviously, if anybody works with latex, they all know that it breaks down over time. So that's kind of where all that goes. I think what I'll try to start doing is, I'll go with the Groot, because I know everybody would like Groot. He was a big hit yesterday when we had him out. The way I did build Groot was I took my body torso that we have, that we do a lot of commission builds with on that. I just used a regular cotton long sleeve shirt that was a little oversized for me, stuck it onto the body, and I basically started cutting what they call EVA foam. It's about, I think, 12 millimeter for that. Is that what that is? About a ½ inch thick. This is the same type of foam that you can buy at like your local hardware store at Lowe's or Arbor Freight or something like that. It's the floor matting that they use. You can get 10 yards out of a whole section for $10. I think I've probably got $30 in materials and just the Groot on the materials that we've got here. We use a lot of kid foam that you can buy at your local Walmart, and that's how we did the hands. We've got some photographs and stuff up here of a process of doing that.